Well, I got started at age 6. My parents, well, my mother caught me in the closet. I used to have this my Halloween bucket. I had it turned upside down, and I had that as the snare drum, and I had some shoe boxes for toms and a few records for cymbals. And so my mom came in and saw the broken records, and that's how she found out that I was actually playing the drums. It was underneath my closet, underneath my clothes, so I sneak in the closet and play on the stuff, and then one day she saw it. After that, they got me a drum set, probably around age 8. Well, they got me a drum pad first, and then I guess a year or a year and a half later, something, they got me a drum set, and that's where I started playing. And then I moved on to after that, I played for a little while. Then I moved on to middle school, where I joined the marching band. And of course, I wanted to, in Texas, marching band is huge, so I wanted to be a marching band drummer. I wanted to be snare drum. And so my mom was just kind of like, oh, that's cool, but do you see any professional snare drum players? And I was like, what about N? And I was like, okay. So she sent me to the Performing Arts High School, and that's where I got in contact with, Eric Harland and Chris Dave, Sebastian Whitaker, a whole bunch of people, a lineage of drummers who came from Houston before me, who I'm blessed to know and to be influenced by in my early years, to see them around town and everything. So from there, from the Performing Arts High School, I went on to go to Berklee College of Music here in Boston, and did music ed at Berklee, and now I'm in New York. The first band that I came out of college with was called the Crusaders, and with Joe Sample and Wilton Felder and those guys. And then after I did a tour with them, I started with Terence Blanchard's group, and that's who I've mainly been with for the past 7 years. It's been a joy to be with him. He's pushed me beyond just being a drummer and being a composer also. So it's really been a blessing for me to be around him, to free my mind from not only being a drummer. Also, I've had my own band for, I guess, 4 years. It's called Kendrick Scott Oracle, and so I've been trying to push that and just increase my productivity in writing and in playing and everything. So that's been a real challenge for me, to keep moving and never stay stagnant. They run the gamut from Tony Williams, the great, of course. Last night I went and saw Roy Haynes in his 85th birthday, and he murdered the drums. Like, if I can do that at this age, I'll be good. So he's one of my main influences. Dejanet is one of my main influences. Tony Allen from Fela, he's one of my influences. Bonham, it's one of my influences. A lot of different people. Art Blakey, Evelyn Glennie, actually, she's an influence. I mean, I have a lot of different influences that run the gamut of different styles and artists from all over. Right now, I'm working on my next CD. I'm going between a few titles for it, but I've probably written maybe 4 of the songs for the next CD. And to me, that's a real big task for me, as far as writing the music and everything. But I really feel that, I like to play with more masters. I see that they're all passing away very fast, and you know, going to see Roy Haynes last night, it reminds me that these guys won't be around forever. So whenever I can be around them, as much as I can be around them, I want to. So my goal is to definitely play with more masters, but also at the same time getting my band situated and start writing more and more, and just learning. I guess, you know, if the learning ever stops, then you stop. So the more I'm learning, that's where I want to be. That's the only thing in the future that I sincerely would like. It's just to keep learning, because I think that's going to keep me above water.